Rockstar responds to the negative feedback regarding Carcasses in Red Dead Online. So this just popped up on Rockstar's Support Twitter. And for the record, I was planning on doing a rant video about this, but we could just go ahead and throw my thoughts into this video instead. And some of you have inquired about a bounty system rant. I'm working on that for tomorrow, FYI. So, off of Rockstar Support, regarding inquiries about animal carcass sales after title update 1.06 in Red Dead Online beta. So let's go over there. By the way, I'm going to link this into the description section for you guys to check out yourself. Animal carcasses sell prices after title update 1.06. Question: why am I getting paid less for selling carcasses after title update 1.06 in Red Dead Online beta? Answer: prior to title update 1.06, a bug, quote unquote, caused sales of skinned animal carcasses to be the same as whole unskinned animal, despite the animal's parts having been already harvested. This meant players could skin the animal and sell the carcasses and the parts separately to make more than intended. Sales of animals and animal products now pay out correctly. No sale prices of animal parts or whole animals have been changed. Only the value of skinned carcasses have been corrected. All right, so I'm going to give you guys my thoughts about that. Meanwhile, you guys can enjoy a fun slideshow that I was putting together because I was actually working on a carcass rant or a hunting rant, or I forgot what I was going to title it. But anyways, there you go. Enjoy the slideshow while I give you guys my thoughts regarding this response from Rockstar below in the description section. So if this was in fact a bug, why didn't they fix it early on, like the first few weeks of launch of Red Dead Online beta? Why did they wait, 4 months now, before they decided to fix this known bug, quote unquote? My response is, I don't think it's a bug at all. I think this is just an excuse for Rockstar to justify lowering the payouts for animal carcasses, pelts, body parts, etc. at the butcher. Now, the way I always justify this, because yes, it is true. If you sell an animal as a whole to a butcher, well, it used to be this way, like a whole buck unskinned or a whole cougar unskinned, you would get paid less than if you skinned it and you sold it as the carcass, as the pelts, and the other body parts, the meat, fangs, claws, hooks, hearts, whatever the animal happens to be. So yeah, overall, you would get paid more. But the way I always saw it was the butcher paying us a little extra for doing that work for him, so that he didn't have to go through the trouble of skinning the buck or the cougar or whatever other animal we happen to bring to him, that we're able to bring to him. Because obviously there's some animals too big, like buffalo, alligators. Well, the big alligators, not the small alligators. But I always saw that as kind of like extra incentive to skin these animals, like the pronghorns, deer, as well as the cougars and everything else that we can bring to the butcher. And that's why we theoretically were getting paid more. I never saw it as a bug. Now, I could be wrong about this, and if you disagree with me, you're welcome to chime in the comment section with your thoughts regarding the changes to the carcass prices. But I do not feel like that this was a bug, because if that was the case, Rockstar would have done something about this so-called bug early on. They even lowered the prices of fishes early on in Red Dead Online beta. They used to, at least the salmon and trout used to cost more, but they slashed the prices, I think, in half, I believe. And I think they've even lowered the prices of smaller fish, too. That's what some people told me. I don't know if that's true or not. I didn't get a chance to go fishing lately because I've been working on the bounty system rant, which once again I'll have up tomorrow on the channel. So, to be honest, I don't know if that's true or not. But if it is, then once again it proves the point that Rockstar is just coming up with excuses as to why they're lowering payouts. whether it's on the smaller fish like the rock bass, the pickerels, as well as the bluegills. If that's true, let me know below in the comment section once again. And obviously, there's been a lot of backlash regarding this oopsie by Rockstar. Let's see, Jelen, I get it logically makes sense, but I still don't like it. Now hunting is far less appealing as a way to generate cash. And like I said, I don't feel like that it is a bug. I feel like that it was fine the way it was, and it took a long time to make money in the game anyways. Let's see, Crystal says, I went to sell animal carcass along with pelts, and it wouldn't let me sell the carcass. It took me off my horse, walked it over to the butcher, showed it as an option, it was grayed out, won't let me. Let's see. Yeah, that was an issue I had as well, and I had to do the same thing. It worked whenever I actually took it off the horse. I think it was a gator skin that I did that with whenever I was recording video last night for it. But yeah, I mean, there's always new issues and bugs that pop up in this game. But overall, I would say that a lot of people are not happy. Please go back to the quote-unquote bugged version. Yeah, I agree entirely. So, once again, I feel like that this is just an excuse for Rockstar to lower the prices on carcasses, pelts, parts, etc. in order to give us less payouts at the butchers. But that's just how I feel about it. I want to know what you have to think about this whole situation. Do you believe Rockstar? Do you think that it was in fact nothing more than a bug that they only recently caught? Because you think that they would have caught it several months ago if that was actually true? Or do you think that, like me, that it was simply just the butcher giving us more money because we were actually doing some of the work for him, so he wouldn't have to skin the animal, he wouldn't have to harvest the horns, the heart, everything else, and we just made it more convenient for him, and that's why I justified the number. And yeah, as somebody playing this game, you want to make as much money as possible. That's obvious, but it seems apparent that Rockstar is doing what they can to make sure that we're getting paid less and less and less. But either way, whatever you think this may be, whether it was actually a bug that Rockstar just recently caught, and that's all it is, nothing more, nothing less, or do you think it was just an excuse for them to lower the prices for payouts at the butcher? Feel free and chime in below with your thoughts, views, and opinions in the comments section.